All right, so here we are learning about the bass clef. The bass clef is based on the notes that go down in the piano from middle C. So it's the lower half of the piano. And the way we draw it, they showed you here in the book, is just that you start with a little thing, then you come up to the top, and then you put two little dots around the fourth line. Okay, remember, this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, this note here is F, and F is another name for the bass clef. It's also called the F clef or bass clef, just like we have G clef or treble clef. So when you look at the piano, you'll see that Kawaii sign, okay, and here's middle C, and all of the notes that go down from middle C are going to be put on the bass clef. Okay. Okay, those are all the notes on the piano that can be written on the bass clef. You can use larger lines to go above either of these clefs or to go below them. So that's something we'll learn in a little bit. How does it work to actually write these notes on the bass clef? Well, here, sorry, I have a hard time writing from this position. Here is middle C, okay? And up here would be the treble clef. So treble and bass create one, which is the grand staff. Okay, so you can play both hands at one time. So here's middle C, and we're going to go down. Okay? So another reason why to learn your alphabet backwards. So it's much easier to have at least one note that you can find and go up than to say the alphabet backwards. So that's why they have these acronyms for you to learn. So we're going to use the same dragon one, and it's G, B, D, F, A. Great big dragons fly always. Of course they do, right? And for the spaces, we're going to use all cows eat grass. Okay, so why does that help you? Well, let's say you have a note here and they ask you what it is. Okay? If you can remember that G is great, G, then you just have to go up the musical alphabet. G, what comes after G? Not H. A, B, C. Okay? So it's really important that you know the lowest line at least, okay? But let's say you just wanted to figure out what that note was just by going from line to space, because it's C. If you know that it's B, the second line, great big, you can just go up one and you get right to BC. So these acronyms really do help. All cows eat grass, great big dragons fly always. But remember, the most important thing is that you learn how to write line, space, line, space, line, space, and filling up those ovals. So you don't want it to go like that, because then we wouldn't know what that note is. It has to go right, slice that oval right in half. And this one has to touch the top and the bottom. Okay, so it takes a little time getting used to doing this. So see if you can figure out what these notes are at the bottom of page 3 by using your musical alphabet.